My name is Kim Davis, and this is my story. I grew up always in the church. I went to Sunday school, sang in the choir. Later, I became a lay reader, an elder, and even church treasurer for quite a long time. But I didn't live my life as a very good example of a Christian. I pursued earthly pleasures, alcohol, sexual immorality, promiscuity, and pornography. But none of these things brought me very lasting pleasure. My marriage suffered as a result. I felt like I was not a very good father to my children. I struggled to maintain friendships. My religious understanding and beliefs was that I had to earn my way into heaven by doing good works, what I now understand as legalism. Obviously, that was never going to happen. So I felt like I was doomed to spend eternity in hell. I never stepped foot inside of a Baptist church until we retired and started snowbirding. And one day my wife told me that there was going to be a free concert at the First Baptist Church of North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So we went, and at the end, the worship leader asked if we knew Jesus. Not just knew about him, but knew Jesus. And he said that if we didn't, we could invite Jesus into our life by praying along with him. And I did. I prayed along with that prayer and asked Jesus into my life. And we left there. I felt so inspired, so great. But the feeling didn't last. I didn't change. The evening led us to start going to the Baptist church there regularly. We would attend every Sunday, and I noticed that the service was quite a bit different from what I was used to. Strong emphasis on the Bible, the gospel of Jesus Christ. And of course, there was always lots of talk about being saved. At the end of every service, there was an altar call. And I never went up to the altar, but I would pray that prayer every Sunday, asking Jesus into my life from my pew. The problem was, I didn't change. It wasn't until we sold our house in Pennsylvania and started spending the whole summer in Windsor that we began attending West Windsor Baptist Church. That was the same year that the church hired Nate Edwards as the lead pastor. He had a clear message every week that was easily to understand and relate to about the gospel of Jesus Christ. We also joined a small group, and with a small group, the first study period was about a gospel-centered life. For me, the gospel had always been the first 4 books of the New Testament, not the story of Jesus Christ and how we are saved by grace through faith alone. Eventually, I began to think that I should get baptized and join West Windsor Baptist Church. I talked to Nate about that, and he suggested that I take some time and go through a study program that he was putting together called Gospel Essentials. We headed back to North Myrtle Beach for the winter, and there we were attending West Windsor Baptist Church online. We were participating in our small group via Zoom. All of these things kind of came together to help me to realize that I was not doomed to go to hell because of my sins, but rather that Jesus died for me because of my sins, and I needed him because of my sins, and that I had hope because of him. I started to feel a genuine love for Jesus. I grew to understand that progress, not perfection, was what Jesus was looking for, and that I could have eternal life just by believing. I still struggle with thoughts and feelings that are wrong and immoral, and sometimes it's not easy to love people who think differently from me. I've been asking God in my prayers to help me with that, and He is. I can't point to a date on the calendar and say this is when I was saved, but I can point to a lot of people, places, and events that have helped me in small, subtle ways over the last year or two.